Hello and welcome to Wednesday's Reflection. Today we continue to think about the people of Israel and their time in the wilderness. Let us start by praying together.
In this busy world that we inhabit, grant us space to rest a while by the still waters of your peace, to hear the whisper of your voice and feel the warmth of your breeze within our souls. Grant us space to rest a while.
Exodus chapter 16. The whole Israelite community set out from Elim and came to the desert of Sin, which is between Elim and Sinai, on the 15th day of the second month after they had come out of Egypt. In the desert the whole community grumbled against Moses and Aaron. The Israelites said to them, "If only we had died by the Lord's hand in Egypt. There we sat around pots of meat and ate all the food we wanted. But you have brought us out into this desert to starve this entire assembly to death." Then the Lord said to Moses, "I will rain down bread from heaven for you. The people are to go out each day and gather enough for that day. In this day I will test them and see whether they will follow my instructions. On the sixth day they are to prepare what they bring in, and that is to be twice as much as they gather on the other days." So Moses and Aaron said to all the Israelites, "In the evening you will know that it was the Lord who brought you out of Egypt, and in the morning you will see the glory of the Lord, because he has heard your grumbling against him. Who are we that you should grumble against us?" Moses also said, "You will know that it was the Lord when he gives you meat to eat in the evening, and all the bread you want in the morning, because he has heard your grumbling against him. Who are we? You are not grumbling against us, but against the Lord." Then Moses told Aaron, "Say to the entire Israelite community, 'Come before the Lord, for he has heard your grumbling.'" While Aaron was speaking to the whole Israelite community, they looked towards the desert, and there was the glory of the Lord appearing in a cloud. The Lord said to Moses, "I have heard the grumbling of the Israelites. Tell them, at twilight you will eat meat, and in the morning you will be filled with bread. Then you will know that I am the Lord your God."
Having been delivered from slavery, the Israelites now find themselves in the desert, in a wilderness, and they are not happy. How quickly their gratitude has turned to grumbling. Sometimes there are things about our present situation that we would rather were not as they are. Is there anything about your situation that you find you want to grumble about? And when we find ourselves in that place, like the Israelites, we often want to look back to a happier time. Are there any times you feel you look back to in this way? Sometimes, the times we look back to, just like the Israelites' reminiscences of slavery, are not as perfect as we might imagine. Taking an honest look at the time you may just have recalled, notice if there are also any imperfections, struggles, or difficulties. The Israelites' grumbling was in part justifiable. They were hungry and needed food, so they remembered a time when that need was met. As you think of the time you consider to be a happier time, can you identify what it is that draws you to it, or perhaps the need that you have to somehow be satisfied by it? Despite the Israelites' grumbling, the Lord still provides. From what you've been thinking about just now, what might you need God to provide for you? And what might it be like to ask God for that now? And how do you sense God responding? Whilst we all may like a good grumble from time to time, a good antidote is gratitude. So let us finish our time today by turning our thoughts towards the things that we're grateful for. What blessings have you noticed today? What provisions have you known in the past? How have you seen and known God's goodness and love? Thank you for joining us for today's reflection. We hope the rest of your day goes well. Let us conclude now in prayer. I have no plans for this day, no destination in mind, no stops planned along the way. I am stepping out in faith, with you as my guide. I shall walk where you lead, follow where you tread, rest where you lay me down, drink from the water that you will supply, and arriving, know that I am refreshed.